In this tutorial, we're going to cover user shapes. We will create curved walls, soffits, backsplashes, posts and beams, glass countertops and panels, and raised countertops. This will be an example of how to create curved walls in an inside corner. You first create your inside corner. In this case, I use two 90-inch walls. The user shapes are located in the catalog section on the left-hand side of the screen under the architectural elements. There are two types of user shapes. There's a floor user shape and a wall user shape. The floor user shape is a shape that's used on anything that hooks to the floor or on countertops. It can also be used for soffits. The wall user shape is mainly used for backsplashes. To create the inside corner, you simply select the floor user shape, drag and drop it out to the design. Go ahead and double click on it to bring you into your attributes window. In this case, we're going to do a 60 by 60, and we're going to make it 96 inches high. This is the distance from the edge of the start of the curve to the inside of the curve. Now we can change the texture of the user shape by simply clicking on the Texture tab. This allows us to change it to a wood color, a non-wood color, which is items such as tile, paint, wallpaper, flooring items if you're doing steps and stairs, things like that. You can match the countertop or the cabinets, or you can use the as countertop and match the countertop. In this case, we're going to match the color of the walls. I'm going to click on the non-wood items, click Select. In this case, I'm going to go into Paint. And I can actually choose the color of the paint I want to use, or I can actually use a color that I have in my favorites. In this case, we'll use this green palette. All I'm going to do is double click on this, and it sets that color into the user shape. Now I'm going to click OK, and it saves that user shape into a 60 by 60 inch box. It's 96 inches high in the color we selected. Now I can right click on the user shape, click on Move, click the user shape inside the box or inside the placement zone, place it in the corner. Now I can simply come in and edit this, right click on the point, delete this point here. It creates a triangle. Now I can come in here and go to radius. In this case, I'm going to radius it to 18 inches. So I can place it into here like this. And it's going to create that curve for the user shape. Once I get the curve created that I want, I can hit the Escape key or the Select button, and it creates the curve of the wall. Now we'll view this user shape to show you how the user shape is actually a curved wall. As you can see, we have now created an inside corner. Roll this to the top. You can see it actually creates the inside corner curve as we wanted. As you can see, creating a curved inside corner is very easy to do using the user shape. The next item we're going to create using the user shape is soffits. Once again, it is very easy to create the user shape, the soffits using the user shape. You grab the floor user shape, bring it out to the section here. Simply right click on the user shape, go to Edit. Now I can manipulate the user shape by grabbing the line here and bringing it out to the edge of the soffit. In this case, I can go to 90 inches. Now I can go ahead and right click and add a point right where I want the point to start. You want to add another point on top of this to create a shape, to create a angle here. Now I can drag the user shape again, create the soffit here. Now this item is actually on the floor, so what I need to do is go ahead and exit out of this, right click on the user shape, go to Up Down. In this case, I'm going to set it at 84 inches off the floor. Go ahead and double click on it again like we did before. We can go ahead and choose the height of it at 12 inches. Click on the texture, select the non-wood texture, come back here and do the same green color. Now when we view this, you'll see this is a soffit in the design. As you can see, we have now created a soffit. We view this from the bottom, you can see it creates a solid soffit. If I view from the top, it creates a solid soffit on the top. You can also create the soffits to have bump outs and things like that in them. In this next section, we're going to create backsplashes. create a backsplash, you use the wall user shape. The wall user shape has to be applied in the elevation view. So first of all, you create an elevation. You click on the wall, click on the elevation, or click on the other wall, click on the other elevation. Now you can simply drag and drop the wall user shape over to the wall where you want the backsplash. Slide it into place. In this case, we're going to cut it up around the cabinets and put a tile texture onto it. I'm going to click on Edit. I'm going to drag the points out to the end of the cabinet. Go ahead and drag these points down to the bottom of the cabinets. Going to right click on here and add a point here. Add a point here. And once again, to create a corner, you need to add 2 sets of points. So you create that corner. Now I can simply drag the user shape up to the bottom of this cabinet here. I can actually adjust this user shape to here. Now I can escape out of this here. Go ahead and double click on the user shape. Click on Texture. Go to Non-Wood Textures. Hit Select. Come into my tiles. And I'm going to actually choose a glass tile from the back here. Go into this one right here. Double click on it. It creates that user shape into that color. Click on OK. Now I can repeat the same thing for the other side. Come to Wall User Shape, drag it up to where I want it, place it into the design, right click on the Wall User Shape, go to Edit, drag the points over to here, drag them down to here, escape out of it, or hit the Select key, double click on the user shape, click on Texture, click on the non-wood again, repeat the same steps, find the tile you want, go ahead and apply that tile. And it creates that backsplash very easily. As you can see, you can create a backsplash extremely easy with the program. Now I'll go ahead and view the backsplash in this design. As you can see in this example, it creates a matching backsplash on both walls. Now we're going to cover how to do a post and beam construction. Once again, we'll use the same kitchen to demonstrate how to do this. To do this, you simply take the floor user shape and drag it out to the design. We're going to create a post at this point. I'm going to double click on the shape, type in 6 inches here, 6 inches here. We'll do a 96-inch high post. Click on the texture. In this case, we're going to select a wood texture. Click on the hickory. We'll do the autumn hickory here to show the uniqueness of the wood. Click on OK. Click on OK again. It creates that beam at 6 inches. Now we can actually right click on the user shape, choose Move, and place this user shape into the area where we want it. Now this post is actually placed onto the floor and it's 96 inches high. Now we're going to create a beam that hooks onto this post. To do this, we simply, once again, grab the user shape. In this case, I'm going to create the width of it at 6 inches, create the depth of it at the 84 inches. I'm going to create it to where it's 6 inches thick. Click on the texture, click on the select wood, go to the hickory again, choose the same type hickory. Click OK. Now what it does, it creates that beam there. I'm going to right click onto the beam, click Move, place it into my design, right there. I'm going to go ahead and right click on the post and move it into its actual placement. I'm going to right click on the beam, go to Up Down. I'm going to actually place it 90 inches off the floor. Now that I have this beam in place, I can copy this beam by right-clicking on the beam, click on Copy, place it out in the design, right-click to rotate the beam to the 90-degree angle, and place the beam on the other side of the room. Now this creates your post and beam construction. I'll show you this in a 3D view. As you can see in this view, it creates a very realistic looking post and beam setup. In this next example, we're going to create a glass countertop